Good morning and welcome once again. First of all, on behalf of screenplay-biztv, let me thank whoever come for this presentation and who came and attended this function. Unfortunately, due to many reasons, many people couldn't attend this function, but we are not worried. Normally, presentations or conferences like this, if the attendees are less, the organizers will be worried, but we are not worried because this particular program is going to be watched by more than 25,000 people around the world. Normally, that is the average hit we are getting for any conference organized by screenplay-biztv. And we expect more hits on this particular program because it is covering a wide range, including non-mariners who are the future yacht owners and other things. And if you ask me, which is the hidden gold mine in the world yachting? There is only one answer, that is India. No doubt about that one. I'll just give few examples. So far, yesterday there was a serious discussion about the marinas. We don't have any marina with a country with more than 7,000 kilometers of coastline. And the population of India is 1.1 billion. We are not saying that all are millionaires, but we have millionaires. We have more than 100,000 people who may not pick up a 100-rupee note falling down from their pocket. And if you take the case of Kerala, Kerala is sitting on top of the gold mine. 30% of the Kerala population is dispersed. After Jews, Kerala population is the most dispersed community in the world, and majority of them, they are abroad, they are well settled, well placed, and even if they are not here, they own the best houses in Kerala, best cars in Kerala. Our main purpose with this event is to inform these people. We need to attract these people to the yachting industry. India, if you take the potential of the India again, more than 10 million marriages happening every year in India. And any middle class family, it is a normal practice nowadays that they give a car to the daughter. And a very good percentage they are giving luxury cars these days. It is a truth that in future, yachts may be the gift during marriage functions. No doubt about that once we have sufficient marinas here. Like this, there are so many opportunities. If you take this cross-section of this 1.1 billion people, there are so many opportunities. So through screenplay-biztv, we are doing a humble beginning with Boat India. Because we are covering various other areas also. We cannot only concentrate on yachting. We just finished one in shipping in Dubai last month, and now we are going to Singapore again. But this is a humble beginning in the yachting industry, and we believe an arrow starts from a point, and let this be the arrow to the success in the yachting industry, and let it be the starting point. And I am always optimistic. I just want to share one of my experience with you, because many people are skeptic. We had a serious talk yesterday and today about the system in India. System is like this. Always there are hurdles in India. We need to overcome. It's a matter of time. One day it will happen. It is the normal practice in India. Don't get upset with our system. We are used to that. That is Indian custom. 2 years back, we tried to make the first snake boat in steel. It was our dream to have a international standard snake boat. Because nowadays all the snake boats are made of wood. So we thought we will make a snake boat, and it entered the Limca Book of World Record and Guinness Book of World Records. But unfortunately, our system did not allow us even to show our face in the Nehru Trophy boat race. We approached the High Court. High Court gave us the full support. They especially mentioned that this should show the face in the Nehru Trophy, not for the race, just for the publicity, just for the tourism promotion. But we never got disappointed. We waited. After 2 years, the same organizers called us back. And it's for the first time in the history of snake boats, ladies were on board a snake boat. So in Kerala, first 2 years you have to struggle, but you will win it. So let me go ahead with the presentation. We will start with a small video on snake boat races. Believe me, this snake boat race in Kerala is the most fascinating water sport I have ever seen in my life. So most of the international guests here, they may not be aware about our snake boat races. So let me go through the history. The boat race is a sport that signifies excellent team spirit, integration and amity of the people of the backwaters of Kerala. We got a vast backwater region in Kerala. The story of snakeboat goes back to 400 years in history. Snakeboat race is largest and the only sport in the world in which more than 100 people participate in a team. And regarding the number of people participating in a race, it is more than 100. It varies from 100 to 125. This concept, the 400 years back, when the first snakeboat was built, it was based on the concept of the Saptya Veda, because Indian tradition, everything happened from India is based on the Vedas. So Vedas covered entire thing, whatever the revolution happened in the industry, everything. Actually the base is there in the Vedas and we are just following it. Actually nothing is invented as new. Everything was there in the Vedas. So the basic naval architecture principles were also mentioned in this Saptya Veda. To make the boat slippery, what they do is they normally before any event, they dry it, they heat it, and they put oil also on this one, fish oil they are using. Traditionally, each boat belongs to a village and villagers worship that boat like a deity. There are two types of snake boats normally. One is the Chundan Vallam and second is the Palliyodam. Palliyodam normally uses for a temple related purpose as part of a festival. These boats are about 100 to 135 feet in length, with rear portion towering to a height of around 20 feet and a long tapering front portion. The hull is normally they are using 83 feet in length and 6-inch wide wooden planks for the construction. This is the basic sketch of a traditional snake boat. There are more than 20 snake boat races happening in Kerala. Few are listed here, but Nehru Trophy is the most popular one. It attracts thousands of foreigners nowadays, which is happening on the second Saturday of every August. Regarding the number of Chundan Vallams and Palliyodams, we have more than 20 Chundan Vallams and 40 Palliyodams in Kerala. Few of the names are listed here. Normally, the Nehru Trophy race, the race specification is like this: track length is 1,400 meters, Amaram we have on the Amaram we have 5 persons. Nilakkar around 5 persons. A total number of members 100 to 125. Tracks, there are 4 tracks with 10 meters wide, and the oars dip and flash by 100 to 120 times a minute. It's unbelievable. Limitation of traditional snake boats. Snake boats made of wood absorbs and retain water. That is the biggest disadvantage of any snake boat. Maybe from the heats, when they go to the finals, the weight of the boat changes, and naturally in the finals they can never perform the best timing. No uniformity and standardization of specification for boats participating in boat races. Even though we have more than 20 snake boats, all these 20 snake boats got different dimensions. Hull should be dried before each event. Another hurdle. Annual maintenance is must and expensive. Permanent storage space to keep the boat on shore. After every event, they are taking it to the shore. Not accepted as an international water sport. Just because of this, the reasons what I have mentioned, this cannot be accepted as an international event, because in any international event there should be a uniform hull, uniform number of persons who are the rowers. No demand for the rowers internationally. No international promoters or marketing agencies. For constructing one boat, one tree needs to be cut. Not environmentally friendly. And now comes the solution. Steel snake boat. As I mentioned, we constructed the first steel snake boat. Specification of Aries Punnamada Chundan. That was the name of the Chundan what we constructed. Weight less than 8 tons. Length 43.7 meters. Breadth is 1.75 meters and depth 0.71 meters. Freeboard is 10 centimeter when fully loaded. Number of crew 141. That is for the Guinness Book entry we tried with 141 people. Advantages of steel snake boats. No deviation from traditional snake boat aesthetically. If you place our steel snake boat with other snake boats, you can never recognize this particular boat with the others, and you can never identify it as a steel one. You will feel it just like a wooden boat only. Number of floating days. So far we have crossed 800 floating days. Normally snake boats after 2 weeks they take it to the shore, but we have already placed this boat in Alleppey for 800 days, and it has become a tourist destination now. The entire tourists come there. Sometimes they board the vessel. Hull maintenance expense so far is nil. So far we haven't even spent even a single penny for the maintenance in the last 800 days. 40% saving in construction cost compared to traditional snake boats. 50% saving in the construction time compared to the traditional snake boats. Advantages of steel snake boat. It is faster. That was the main reason the other snake boats, they did not allow us to participate in the race, and we know that. That's why we never tried to participate in the race. More stable and unsinkable. But the rowers whoever bought the vessel, with their experience, they are saying this is the most stable boat they have ever tried in their lifetime. Uniform shape, weight and carrying capacity. Since we have a proper design, we can construct in future any number of boats with the same dimension. Proper design to build anywhere in the world. Since we have this design can be exported to any country. It can be built any part of the world. And international recognition. Already we have presented this concept in various international conferences and exhibitions, and this is already internationally famous boat. Many articles, hundreds of articles has come about this one. If you go to the internet site, you can see hundreds of articles being published on this one. And the main thing, the environment friendly. We don't need to cut any tree to build this one. Just a comparison with the traditional one. The number of floating days, as I mentioned, traditional boats only few days. This is close more than 800 days. Hull maintenance annual, once in 3 to 5 years. Construction cost more than 25 lakhs, less than 15 lakhs. Construction time 650 days, 90 to 120 days. Unsinkable. We have done the immersion test for this one. We have proved that it is unsinkable, but other boats it is not applicable. We cannot. It will float. The normally wooden boats it will not sink, but it will float. But once it is capsized, it is very difficult to remove the entire water from that one. Speed. Rough surface to be polished for making the boat fast. and we don't need to do anything on our hull. Standardization is not standardized. We have standardized our design. Recognition, only local recognition for our boat, but already this our concept is internationally recognized. Already we have given the initial proposal for the government authorities in Dubai to make it as a part of their future boat races in Dubai. Stability, it varies. Each snake boat, the traditional snake boat, the stability is varying from one to another. But we have a uniform stability for it is better stability, and it is optimized in our case. Shipping of if you want to ship this snake boat, it is practically very difficult to ship one traditional snake boat, but block assembly is absolutely possible in the case of steel snake boats. Environment friendliness, there it is not at all environment friendly. This is a traditional one, but in our case it is okay. Storage. One is onshore, the other one is offshore. And construction features and recognition. No modern facility required for the construction. We constructed the snake boat with in a local place. We made a temporary shed to make it with the local manpower, local facilities. We constructed it. No synchro lift or slipway required to launch it. We are just lifting it and putting it on the water. No specialized equipment required. All easy welded construction. Longitudinal strength verified through overhanging test. We placed 30% of the snake boat on the shore and 70% by hanging. We tested it practically, the longitudinal strength. Unsinkability confirmed through immersion test. And these are the recognition. Guinness Book of World Records already recognized the design. Limca book already recognized. And we got the Mastec 2008 award for the most innovative design. This one is an first international award we got, and these are the showcased in many music albums, TV serials, ads, movies, hundreds of write-ups. You can see Aishwarya Roy's acting on board our snake boat. Ladies got the first opportunity to row a snake boat during Nehru Trophy. Only men are allowed to touch the traditional boats. How to make snake boat races international? We need to have international presentations like this. Identification of proper authority, proposals and documentation. Proper project report to ensure that event caters international audience. Media publicity. Media publicity is the main thing what we lack, because we have many opportunities here. Unfortunately, we are wasting the opportunities available in India, especially in India. And what I believe is wasting potential or wasting opportunity is a social crime. So we are trying to overcome that thing with maximum publicity for this product. Then the marketing part, we need to do it on with the international standard. The marketing, sponsorship and promoters. We need to bring more and more international promoters for this particular water sport. Other day I was talking to the Volvo organizers, and the figure what I got is, normally to conduct one boat in the Volvo race, the budget is around $100 million to cover this 8-month race. So then we need to participate in various international events. We have already talked this to the Dubai government. Most thrilling water sport in the world, largest team sport in the world, attract thousands of tourists without much publicity. Government support and recognition for the event. To be included as separate event in Dragon Boat Race for worldwide recognition. This is what we are trying in Dubai. Dubai already started the Dragon Boat Race. Hopefully this year or next year we can include this also. Business potential of snake boats. Export the design and concept. That the design is already available. Construction and export of the hull. That is, locally this hull can be made. We can make it into piece. We can put it in a container and we can export it if anybody wants to export from this side. But what I personally recommend is no need to do that one. It can be constructed any part of the world. It's a very simple construction. Increase the market potential for the rowers. That is, because these rowers, you have seen the video, such a beautiful rowers with the real talents. They are not getting the international recognition. If we really promote this one, they will become international stars. Revenue from snake boat tourism. Thousands of people are now coming to Alleppey to watch this program. But unfortunately, majority of the international tourists, they are not aware about this event. due to lack of publicity. Development of race venues. We need to have venues at various places, very easy to conduct this race. Penetrate the billion-dollar water sport sponsorship market. As I told you, the Volvo race got $700 million US market. Product branding. Even we can conduct commercial racing. And for example, if you conduct one race here, the jewelry is here. They can put their name for each boat. They can be the sponsor. The branding can be done. Best staff motivation and physical training tool. Even if big companies, if they have their own boat, in the evening time, half an hour or 1 hour, their employees can practice on this one. It's good for the physical training also. Revenue from visual media. Once it is into the visual media, the revenue is unpredictable. Possibilities of commercial race. I explained to you earlier. Then the auction. Another possibility is as the first snake boat to enter the Guinness Book of Records, we are trying to go for an international auction on our first snake boat. We don't know, because in the auction, sometimes a kerchief of some celebrities, it goes for millions. That's all. Thank you very much. Any questions?
I'd heard about this steel snake boat for some time now. My business partner actually has a snake boat. Not of the classes you talked about, but the name is Parakutra. And she has won the hat trick over the last 3 years on most of the major trophies in Kerala. I have a couple of questions for you. The first one, how on earth did you stop it sinking? And why did you choose steel rather than fiberglass?
No, can you just repeat? I didn't get it. Can you just keep the mic close?
First question, how did you stop it sinking?
Sinking, yeah? Yeah, it got a double bottom. So we have given sufficient buoyancy in the double bottom. So even if it's capsized, it will be floating.
Why steel, not fiberglass? Why did you choose steel as your material?
No, thing is, when we tried for we had to keep the aesthetic look of the vessel. So it was very easy to construct a steel boat. If you are going for a fiberglass thing, it should be a mass production. It is possible in future. We can make it in fiberglass also. But only thing is, you have to go for the bulk production. Then only fiberglass is viable. Otherwise, it will be expensive. To make one boat, it is better to start with steel, because steel is very cheap. We need only 8 tons of steel. Material is very cheap, and construction is very easy.
That's correct, but aren't you talking about semi-mass production here anyway?
And get it?
What you say is correct, and the advantage with fiberglass is that you can semi-mass produce. But isn't that what you are trying to achieve, a semi-mass production?
Yeah, mass production. See, now the concept only is developed. It took 2 years for us to get the recognition. But once it is internationally recognized, what we suggest is go for mass production using fiberglass. That is the best thing.
Thank you.
You see, I view it rather differently. One is that we have a cultural heritage.
Yeah.
By having the snake boat for the last 400 years. Yeah. I feel, should we not maintain this as a wooden structure boat, rather than commercialize this cultural heritage asset that we have?
See, that is true. But that is why we are not saying that Nehru Trophy should ban wooden boats or something. Just include it as because Nehru Trophy is done only not for the snake boat races. There are so many kind of races happening there. For small boats also there. So what we are saying is make one more category for the steel snake boats. So that, see, for getting an international recognition, we need to have a uniform body. In wood, it is absolutely not possible. See, we have been doing it for last more than 50 years, and nothing is happening to our for the international publicity of the boat race. But if we go for this alternative, many countries can participate. In future, we don't know, maybe Olympics can also include this event as one of the event.
But I thought, let's not commercialize a cultural heritage asset. I'll give a concrete example. A boat built in 1816 in Mumbai called HMS Fudront, earlier Trincomalee HMS, is still lying afloat off the shores of Hartlepool. Yeah. I happened to write a small article for the British Journal of Engineering where I impressed upon the fact that it is made of teak, which is available on the west coast, Malabar coast here in Kerala. And the secondly is the standard of craftsmanship. It was built by the Wadia builders, and it's something which is a living museum there on a foreign soil. And such cultural heritage assets, I think, must be preserved rather than commercialized. That is my only appeal to you. Thank you.
Yeah, in that point of view, it is true, but there is that's why we have never tried to go for any commercial to tap the commercial potential of this one so far from our side. But we are just telling you that there is a potential, hidden potential in this thing. So those who wish to go for to tap that potential, they can go for that one. Design is with us. They can get the design from our side. We are just showing the path. That's all.
Importing 99% of fishing boats are made of wood.
See, we are facing a big problem in Kerala, because Kerala is supposed to be the most beautiful state in India, and it is listed by National Geography as one of the most must-visit places in the world. But unfortunately, in the last 50 years, our forest area is getting reduced. Now, government is trying hard to maintain the remaining forest. But it is a hard time to stop this cutting down of trees. Otherwise, we will lose the entire beauty of Kerala. So that's why government is taking all precautions to stop cutting the trees. But that's why we are showing an alternative. Those who wish to go for this one, it will save our forest.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.